Hello and welcome to CIS 124. I am your instructor, Andrew Beckham. I've been teaching this course since about 2009, and in 2012 I updated the content to use Microsoft Office 2010, and that's what we'll be using this term. I just want to go over a few things with you in this introductory video. First thing I want to go through is the resources that you'll need for this course. The first one is your textbook. I'll show it to you right here. It's a McGraw-Hill textbook. It's a Microsoft Office 2010, A Skills Approach. Should look like this. Make sure you have this. You will need this book for the course. All of the material for the course is found in this book. The next thing you'll need is access to Microsoft Office 2010. Now, most computers come with some form of Office on them, and it may not necessarily be 2010, but a lot of computers don't come with the necessary programs in Office to complete this course. For this course, you will need to have Microsoft Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. Let me just show you those really quick on my computer. This is a program that most of you have probably seen many times and use frequently. This is Microsoft Word. Word 2010 is the one we're looking at here. You need this program. You also will need what you see here. Many of you, or some of you, may have used this. Some of you may have not. This is Microsoft Excel. That is the second program you'll need. Right here, this is Microsoft Access. Microsoft Access is a database program in the Office product. You will need this. This is the one that catches a lot of people. If you're not careful, you may buy a version of Microsoft Office that does not include Access, or you may have one already that doesn't include Access. You absolutely will need access to Microsoft Access. If you don't have it on your computer, there's some options you have outside of buying a copy of Office yourself. But Access is something you'll need, so be careful that you have that. And then the last product we'll be using from the Microsoft Office suite is Microsoft PowerPoint. Some of you may have seen this as well, some of you may have not. It's a presentation software. Most of you have probably at least seen a presentation given using Microsoft PowerPoint. So those are the four Microsoft products that you'll need for this course. Now, I do get a lot of questions about using newer versions of the Microsoft Office suite. I know there's Office 2013 out there, and there's also Office 365. You may use those newer versions, but I have to warn you that the course material is designed specifically around Office 2010. You should be able to do everything that you are asked to do using those newer versions, but a lot of the stuff that you'll be looking for the course may not be in the same place that the book tells you, that the textbook tells you, or that I tell you in the instructions. You might have to look around for things. Some of the themes might not be there. There's just a few little differences that may make it a little more difficult if you use a newer version. You may get marked down a few points here and there, but not enough to make it a significant difference in your grade. So it is okay to use Office 2013 and Office 365, but I also reserve the right to mark you down if certain parts of your assignment don't meet the requirements in the textbook that is designed specifically for Office 2010. Now I want to take a look at the material for this course and kind of walk you through what to expect for the course on Beacon Learning. You probably are on Beacon Learning now. Looking at the course here, you may see a few differences as there are things I haven't added at the time of creating this video. The first thing I want to note is that I do have a lot of notes throughout Beacon Learning that will really help you with this course. Be sure to read these, because if you don't, you'll find the course more difficult. These notes are here for your benefit to help you out. The first one's very important. I want to cover that here in this video too. Every time I offer this course, I have one ambitious student who gets ahead of themselves without reading these notes, and they do more work than is required. At the end of every chapter, there'll be a document assignment or skill review that you need to complete. You don't have to do every single one at the end of the chapter. It's just the first one that you'll have to do. It'll be skill review 1.1 or 2.1, depending on what chapter you're in. So make sure you make note of that, and make sure you read the other notes in the Beacon Learning here as we go through. The course really consists of three different parts. There's online video instructions that I need you to watch. I want you to watch. That's where I'm going to explain the chapters of the textbook to you, and also give you some insight that you don't really get just from reading the textbook. You'll find those here on Beacon Learning. It's the video instructions. You click on that. One thing I want to note here is if you click on them, you see here at the bottom of my screen it says show all content. Make sure you click that or you won't be able to see the videos. I've had a number of students email me and say I can't see the videos. Well, you need to click that show all content. It'll reload and there'll be videos here. These videos are all on YouTube, and I've I've embedded them into the Beacon Learning course, so you can play them from there. You can just hit play. You can also maximize it so that you can see the full screen. You want to go through all of these videos. There's a set for each chapter, and in each video there's a code word. And this code word is there so that I know that you watched the video. Once you watch a video, you get the code word, write it down, and once you have the code word for all the videos, there's a quiz here I put in quotation marks, where you just go in and you put in all of those code words. And that way I know that you watch the videos. It's just kind of a way to keep you in check, to keep you accountable for watching those videos. And like I said, there's a set of videos for every chapter in the textbook. The second part of the course, I've already talked about that a little bit, is the document assignments, the skill reviews at the end of the chapters. So after you work through a chapter, just to know that, so that I know you understand the content of the chapter, there's an assignment at the end of the chapter that you'll need to complete. Once you complete that, you'll go here to the document uploads, and it'll look a little different for you, but this is where I will grade your assignments, and this is where you'll submit them to. That's the chapter document uploads. So that's the second part of the assignment, the first part being the instructional videos, the second part being the document assignments, and then the third part is your end of week quiz. At the end of each week there'll be a quiz on the material covered during that week. The quizzes aren't too difficult, they're not very long. I think there's about 12 questions in each quiz, and I give you an hour to do them. They're open book, they're open notes, they're open internet. The only thing you can't do is have somebody sit there and give you the answers. But that's those are the quizzes. They're just to kind of make sure that you're understanding the material. So that's the basic outline for each week. And in general, each week we'll have one chapter or two chapters. The first 2 weeks there's sort of 3 chapters. After that it's down to 2 chapters a week. We'll cover again Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. We'll spend 2 weeks on each of those products. There also here is a Office chapter at the very beginning, which gives you some general information about the Office products in general. It'll tell you things about cutting and pasting and things that are common across all of the Office products. There's no document assignment for that, so please note that. So after you watch the videos for Office 2010, you don't have to complete an assignment. I don't even remember if there are any in the textbook, but we don't have any document assignment for that. Every other chapter there is one. There's also 5 chapters for Word, whereas there's only 4 chapters for the other 3 products. So make note of that too. Again, there's notes. Read these notes. Sometimes these notes will tell you about typos and misprints in the textbook that could throw you off if you don't read. And outside of the resources that you have on Beacon Learning, with the instructional videos and the notes and the various things there, I'll also be holding a WebEx session every 2 weeks in the 2nd, 4th, 6th, and 8th week of the course. In those sessions I'll review kind of the content that we went over, maybe hit some of the main points of the chapters that were covered during those weeks. I'll also take questions and give answers and go over anything that people may have had difficulty with. These WebEx sessions are new to me, so bear with me if there's some difficulty in setting them up, or they're not quite as smooth as some of the other things. But I just wanted to let you know about that resource. One of the last things that I really want to cover is due dates. Most online courses I've seen have assignments due by the end of the day on Sunday. My assignments are all due by midnight on Saturday. I find this is the best way to respect your time and my time. It allows you to relax a little bit more on the weekend and get prepared for the next week. And then it gives me Sunday to grade your assignments. So assignments that are submitted by midnight on Sunday or on Saturday I will do my best to have those graded by the end of the day on Sunday. So remember, Saturday at midnight, assignments are due. Last I want to say is this is an online course. You won't hear very much from me at all other than grading your assignments unless you reach out to me. The best way to do that is via email. My email is abeckham@nwcu.edu. Please feel free to bring any questions that you have. I have a 5-year-old daughter at home, so I'm sure there's no way you can match the amount of questions I get from her. So you're not a bother at all. Send me all the questions that you have. That's the best way for you to learn and to use me as your instructor. Otherwise, you're pretty much on your own going through the course. So please reach out to me with questions. And I hope you have a wonderful experience in this class. I hope you learn abundance of information, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.